One sec. Oops. Phantom power got turned off somehow on my interface. Okay. Oh, I scared the birds away. I got a bunch of juncos out in front of my house because I put a bunch of seeds down for them. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna grab a couple things. Mixing bowl. The whisk. Some stuff to make some coffee. Get my butter out from under there so it doesn't melt. And then we're going to put some more butter into the microwave. One would hope. Watch it scooch. Gonna need the milk. Gonna need an egg. Moving some bottles around, hold on. There we go. leftover bacon. Oh, I never checked the bacon cam. Oh, I never started my YouTube thing. No, I did. Okay. It's all going, right? Sick. All right, we're gonna flour over here. Flour over here. Oh, we got volume happening. We're going to see if I can capture a phenomenon that happens every time I do this. Whenever I sift flour, this strange thing happens where the movement of the flour back and forth creates static electricity, and then if you touch the metal of the strainer against the side of the bowl, it goes, and there's like a little electric bolt of electricity. I'm gonna see if I can capture it on film. All right, so you got that. This, I'm gonna get this preheating. Oh wow, there's lots of goldfinches down here. I threw a bunch of thistle down, thinking it would just attract the juncos, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 goldfinches. Check it. Why is that stuck so close? Huh? Something on my lens. That one in the foreground that looks bigger. Yeah, that kind. Those are dark-eyed juncos, and then the ones way down at the bottom are all goldfinches. It's funny. Ooh, I didn't change this. Hold on one second. Okay. Now let's see if I can finagle this thing. Properties. got a portable camera now. Let's move this to the top right corner or something. Yep. And we're all right. Simmer down. Oh. Okay. So, I guess, actually, well, I'm going to pop this down because I'm going to go grab my little clamp tripod holder thingy. 1 second. Alright. Must be over here or something. 1 second. Move this back a little bit. I wonder if it fell behind or something. I'll find it when the stream's over, you know. guess what I can do is just like pause video. Oh, I wish I got rid of that little screen. Baking powder. All right. We'll do this and then okay. Control Shift 3, Control 3, Control Shift 3, Control 3. Okay. All right, and then YouTube chat. Hold on. Properties. Oops. Filters. Plus. All right. Get my headphones back on. I think we're good to go now. The goldfinches are a lot more skittish than the juncos. The juncos just chill there. putting the bacon into the pan with my left hand, which is not awkward whatsoever. This is the camera I tried to use to get it to work, but it wouldn't connect for some reason. That's why I had to do all this on the fly. I think the USB extension is messed up. Okay, I'm gonna turn this to medium heat, and then we'll be back. It's bacon cam, baby. Now let's start getting the dry ingredients all together, and we'll get our butter melted. And then we'll make my coffee real quick. Ooh. Okay, so coffee. Got this today, which is a Happy Mug Kenya. This one's yummy. It's a light roast. Oh. Wow, that's a lot of birds. They're all up on the railing here. That's kind of funny. I keep scaring them away though. Dang, went from like 23 to 27 with like a few beans. And it's fun. Beans did go. Alright. Guess we're measuring some more. I think my index finger caught it on the way by. It's weird, that's like exactly the same amount. And then there was one more bean that I added in. This will sound fun. R.I.P. 1 cup of coffee. You will be missed. Imagine coming all the way from Africa to get spilled on the floor. I don't know, maybe you wanted to stay a bean. Now you're gonna get ground up and boiled liquid poured all over you. It's... Speaking of ground up, time to make all the birds fly away. I do wish there was like a monitor here so I could see what I'm looking at with my my portable camera. I got scared away by the stuff. There's a bunch down there. Bluebird. There's a bluebird on the feeder itself now. Oh, a couple of them. There's a blue jay. Whoa, the bluebird's up at the top. Dang, I'm pretty happy that I put food out there. Bacon time. Let's see. Flipping my bacons. Turn them a few times just to make sure that they stay evenly rendering. Okay, so we're gonna need cups of flour, spooned and sifted, which a cup of flour is 120 grams, so 240 grams of flour. There for now. Still snowing out there a little bit. And a little bit more. All right. Ooh. Thought that was empty. That sound scared them away. Maybe it was my motion. Okay. Okie dokies. Right? Yep. Exactly 240. Okay, let's get you in here. Let's see if you can see this. Huh? Why? Why'd that happen? No? Okay. Wait, did that happen? Can you guys see that? No. Just freezes the video or something. That's strange. Alright, so zoom in. You focused. Of course the bacon is sizzling, so you're not going to be able to hear it. Let me see. Okay, this microphone right in there. All right, so when we sift, now we touch the edge. Ready? Dude, that's crazy. I want to see if you can see it on the camera. Oh, you can. Sick. I'm glad that I caught that. I wonder if you can accidentally combust a flour cloud by doing that. That's intense. Alright, we're going to sift everything else too because I don't want to mess around. I'm taking my bacon off though because it's coming crispy. It's coming crisp. Bacon done. Set that aside for later. Alright, flour's in. Now we need a 1/4 cup of sugar. So I think that's 50 grams. Yeah. Okay. Hear those in there? Crunchies. We don't want them. Crispies. We don't need them. Now we're going to need some measuring spoons. 4 teaspoons baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Wait, 4 teaspoons baking powder. Three, 4. Baking soda is like hyper salt. Baking powder is like the hyper salt plus floofy stuff or something. Is that right? A 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Where'd my salt go? Where'd my salt go? Oh, there it is. I see it over there. I usually buy a new box of baking soda when I'm making pancakes because it's literally like 99 cents a box, and it absorbs smells really easily, so you want to get a fresh one every time because it's like super cheap, and otherwise it's like you're gonna get stinky. You don't want stinky. That's what I'm saying. You just like use it up or put it in your fridge or clean with it. It's got a lot of good purposes, but it's cheap. So salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Right? Yeah. Okay. Now, $1.5 cups of milk, up up to an extra quarter cup if it's not runny enough, and then a quarter cup of butter melted, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, maybe a little less if I want it to be less vanilla-y, but I want it to be vanilla-y, it's good. And then a little egg there. So we're gonna go right. Okie dokies. Milk measurer. Okay. Coffee acquired. Now that whisk. Making a little well in the center. And we'll put the wet ingredients in there. Right now I'm grabbing a mug. And we're going to cut my butter here. I feel like dirtying my big chef's knife. Put that in there. I'm going to give it about 30 seconds or so. I start with 25. And then we'll go in like 10-second bursts from there so it doesn't get super duper hot. Let's get our vanilla. Check the butter. It's like half melted. Giving it 10 more seconds. There's like a tiny little guy in there. It's not melted, but it'll melt on its own in a second. Just with the heat of the ceramic and everything. You don't want it to get too hot. Alright. Yep. Perfect. Now, one major thing you want to do is always, if you're going to be like mixing something with eggs, you always want to make sure to crack your egg in a different container. Oh, my freaking stupid cell phone thing is on. Okay. Because otherwise, you're gonna risk getting a shell into all this jazz that you've put all this work into. You don't want to do that. That's dumb. So, grab our egg, put these back in the fridge. Actually, I just was gonna break my own rule. Oop. And now I can clearly see there's a shell. I can use my little trick to scrape it out. I would have not been able to have seen that in the flour. You know what I mean? So you want to do that. And then a cup and a half of milk. Now, I'm going to go get my little whisk, actually. This big one's too big. Like a medium whisk, not a small one, but... this size. Okay, so... I'm gonna whisk all this stuff up. I'm gonna add the vanilla. And vanilla is extremely low viscosity. So when you go to pour it out, a lot of it comes out really fast, and it's really easy to like over pour it and then splash and then like add way too much vanilla because a little bit goes a long way. So 2 teaspoons. Same deal. I like to add it over. I pour it into this measuring spoon, not over the container that I'm adding it to, in case I spill. I don't care if it goes on the table. I don't want an unknown amount going into my container. And that. All right. What's kind of cool is because this is an alcohol-based extract. Alcohol's got a pretty low boiling point. So when you put it in, it gets all like bubbly and broily and stuff. It's interesting. All right, this is going in the middle of the well. And then, this is a crucial step. You've got to whisk as you put the butter in, because if you just pour it in straight, this is cold, right? The butter is going to get solidified if you put it in there straight. So this fluid has to be moving all the time as the butter hits it, so it gets into these little bits of butter. Otherwise, you just get a big chunk of butter and you defeated the purpose of melting it. So you drizzle a little bit of butter in at a time and like keep whisking it around and trying to mix it up. And then you slowly bring it all together. get rid of the whisk and go to like a fork. So I don't want to super over mix it or anything. Still a little bit of clumpage in there, but that's perfectly fine. Now we're going to let it sit for a few minutes, and it's going to get a little bit of a rise, and some bubbles are going to form in there, and then we'll make some pancakes. So we're going to grease this lightly with butter. So what I like to do, take a stick of cold butter. After the griddle's been preheated for a while, it's at 300 degrees, so it's pretty low. We're going to take this, test the temperature here, make sure we're not super sizzling. Doesn't seem too bad. And then grab myself a little bunch of paper towels. Go up and down the whole thing. But then we'll get a little absorption going here. Just watch your fingers so it doesn't soak all the way through. And whatever sheen is left on there is what I like to use for my greased surface. And then I can like kind of re-wipe it with this later to re-grease it again if I want to. And the typical pancake's about a quarter of a cup. I'm just going to use my ladle. Plow just drove by. What's up, Elisabetta? We ended up doing that late last night. I started at like 8 p.m. So you must have been in bed already. I was like 4 hours late. Everything took much longer than expected, unfortunately. But it's in there. There's a there's a VOD of the live stream. We're having a bacon appetizer. Nice. All right. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to be doing 2 big boys to start with. Or maybe 3. Yeah, something like that. She's a little thick. I could probably use a smidge more milk, but it's okay. Now we want these going low and slow. It's a little boring, but they don't burn that way. It's only at 300 degrees. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 3 a.m. I figured I was going to be missing a few of my European brethren, you know. Ooh, nice. Nutmeg sounds good. Yeah, this has vanilla extract. Kill that a little bit so we get some better. Why is it so overly bright? Let's see. Okay. So one thing you want to look for, pancake wise, is there's these little bubbles that are going to start forming on the top, and then they're going to pop. See that? So eventually there'll be like a mass amount of bubbles that pop kind of simultaneously. So like all these will kind of go like boop, 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 and there'll be all these like open holes where these little bubbles were. And that's a sign that you can flip it when they don't close back up again. You can also look at the edges and see when it's like they look kind of dry on the sides. Nutmeg sounds really good for pancakes, though. I'll have to make my French toast on here sometime, too. That uses nutmeg, cinnamon, clove, and then obviously egg and milk. It gets a little bit of flour into the batter, actually, which is interesting. One trick I've found is if I take my spatula and my butter and I give it a little schwootsy whoopsie. You know what I'm saying? Like one of these. Just kind of grease it up a little bit. It helps to slide under them a little easier. A little more easily. Okay, yeah, see? They're starting to stay a little bit. They got some staying power now. These are big boys, so it's going to be a risky flip. There's going to be a lot of batter that's going to want to splash over. So we have to go floop. There's not a lot of room to flip into, you know what I'm saying? That's the only difficult part. I made it myself. It's got 2 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, um, 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Let's see, a large egg, 1.5 cups of milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Yeah. All right, it's looking like it's time. Nice. Oh. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, we have pancakes like we've got like potato pancakes in various Jewish restaurants. Um these pancakes are like a sweet slash savory thing depending on how you do it. Um I'm gonna do maple syrup and butter, which is pretty traditional. Sometimes people put chocolate chips in them, put whipped cream on them. People prepare them in a similar way to crepes, but they're a little thicker and fluffier and sweeter. They're definitely fluffing up nice though. It is a slow process. Ooh, that sounds good. Let's take a little peek ski. I think they're probably still got a little ways to go. Yeah, a little bit. Some dark maple syrup. That's the real stuff. Maple syrup is not too cheap. All right, these are coming off, I think. Yeah. Oh, it's a big stack. Quick little reapplication of Butterman's Delight. Make sure we get all the little burnt pieces picked up as well so we don't have those stuck to our new pancakes. All right. Kind of helps to move the batter around a little bit to get it mixed up again, because it'll sit there and kind of congeal, so you go to pour it out and it's like stuck in your thing. If you notice, I start farthest away from the plug up there, and that's because it's hottest at that side. Not enough space for a full one. We're gonna do a couple of baby smalls. Baby small. Baby small. What's nice is these actually preserve really well, so if you heat them up the next day, just like toss them in the microwave for like 15 seconds, they're basically the same texture. It's like fluffy and light, and they don't have like the same crisp on the outside or whatever, but that's how they do pancake art. What I just did right here, I covered up a piece that's been cooking a little bit longer, and it's going to be darker than the rest of it. Okay, now is when you have a little snacky, huh? Go away, milk. I highly doubt I'm going to eat 3 pancakes, but I'm going for it. Okay. Okay. Hey, what's up, Greg? You got here just in time for me to have a snack. A little softened butter. And then some more in between there. And then some more in between there. You sure can. Come on down. What's up, Chris? Ooh, interesting. Let's see if this got crispy. I'd say it's pretty crisp. It's not. It's thick bacon though. It doesn't get super crispy. All right, we're flipping all these stupid pancakes. Hold on. Flop. 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 Oh no, those ones got a little juice on top. I'll have to flip them again. Flop. Flop. Nice. See, I flopped them all. Okay. Now, here's what you gotta get. All up in there. Pure maple syrup. All up in there. And then you cut a little corner out and you eat all three at once because you're fat. Except I dropped one. Yay. They're good. Oh, nice. Yeah, definitely, Greg. What are you guys gonna make? Yeah, we tried, Chris. You know, it's easy to stagnate and just have easy stuff and go get fast food and be lazy about it. But, you know, when you take the time to cook stuff like this, you know, it shows. It helps your mood. These are good. Nice and fluffy. I realized it made that sound after I was doing the fluffy test. I'm not going super ham on this maple syrup. I could have a lot more. But it's pretty sugary. But that being said, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Ooh. Nice. Are you doing pigs in a blanket with the little smokies, or are you doing it with the big hot dogs again? Is that like dinner version? And the little smokies are like appetizer version? Like the little cocktail wieners, I mean. Huh? Big hot dogs, nice. That sounds awesome, though. I'll definitely stop in. Who you guys rooting for the Super Bowl? My face when I said I wouldn't eat 3 pancakes. This is Hayam double smoked thick cut bacon. Let's see. It's K-A-Y-E-M, hickory smoked. It's salty and smoky. It's good. Well, there you go, Greg. I got about 6 on the griddle right now, waiting for you. I'm making those for leftovers later. There's a bird on my window right here. Oh, he flew off when I did that. Nice. This is I got it at Big Y. But I didn't make the bacon. I didn't grow the bacon. Wait, do you guys have Big Y up there? I think the equivalent would be like Hannaford's or something. I don't know if Big Y's expanded northwards yet. They're from Massachusetts. Yeah. It's a grocery store chain. It's more than food. It's my Big Y. Okay. Watch it. Hannaford and Shaw's. Yep. We had Shaw's down here, but then they started closing up like 4 or 5 years ago. And now we don't have them anymore. Oh no. You get a doggy piece because I ran over your toe. You get a doggy piece because you're a good guy. And you get a doggy piece because I don't want to have a heart attack. And you get a doggy piece because I don't want you to be unfair. Okay. It's a little expensive at Big Y. It's like, you know, the fancier local grocery store. That's like, it's not like an IGA. It's bigger than an IGA, you know. It's like a big chain, but it's good, and they have like good sales. So you kind of have to watch out for the sales. Like they'll have stuff where it'll be like buy one get 2 free, but the actual normal price is more expensive. So if you just buy it, yeah, it's definitely similar to Hannaford. Like it's modern and they're building like a bunch of new ones and blah blah blah. Okay, pancakes are done. Oh. Give me this little guy. These pancakes, flavor-wise, almost remind me of vanilla wafers or Nilla wafers. All right, these are gonna go over here. leftovers. And then I'll eat this. Oh, really? I think every grocery store is trying really hard to do like 1,000 things. Like they're trying to be like restaurants and pizza places and don't get me wrong, it's nice to have all that convenience and stuff, but it comes at a price, you know what I mean? You gotta pay more money for like the stuff that they sell so they can afford to build like $1 million pizza place or whatever. You wanna go pee-pee? You wanna go outside? Is that what's happening? Did you go outside? You have to go outside? You want a pancake? Hold on, sir. I'll give you one. Alright. Oh, wow. Yeah, same with that food stamp talk that was going on in Chris's channel the other day. That got everyone so riled up. They've said that they want to do it, but I'm not worried about it yet because I don't think that there'll be like enough support for something like that to go through without like politicians and people fighting for it, you know what I mean? So I just feel like it's not going to be something that is going to be like that easily lost, that they're just going to be like, yep, you took it away. And it's like, it might like cause some temporary delays, but I feel like if that happens, people will get so mad because they can't get their groceries or whatever that it won't actually help anything. So I think in general it'll work itself out, and like people will figure out like, yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, exactly. It does take forever. And the way that they're doing everything now is by like a executive order. So they have to be challenged in court. They can't be like, it's not like a congressionally approved measure. So it's not like something people voted on. So like he's just doing it, and then if it's against the law or against the Constitution, you have to challenge every single thing he's doing in court, and it's going to take all this time, you know what I mean? So even if he does do a thing, it's just going to take time. Yeah, definitely. I'm like one of the few people, Elisa Veta, that actually is able to like talk with oh yeah, I saw that, Chris, that he said he was kidding. Yeah, that we got pranked. um but like I'm one of the few people that can like actually have a conversation with